All right, guys, we're on our way to go pick up this trailer. I'll get a little more information about the technical specs for you later in the video, but for right now, just know that it's a Jayco trailer. It's 29 feet long. We'll get into the weight and the GVW and all of that later. My truck is a 2015 Chevy Silverado Z71 full crew cab short bed with the 4.3 V6 motor. And we're rated for 2,100 pounds of towing. It's going to be interesting to be able to tow a trailer that big. Normally, the cargo trailer that we tow around with this truck is 12 feet long, 6.5 feet tall, and it's rated at about 7,000 pounds fully loaded. We've been there close to that number before, and this truck's handled it well, so we should be able to tow this. We'll see what happens. This is going to be an adventure. It's awesome that we've got the Boost Auto tow mirrors already installed on this truck. We've done several thousand miles since installing those, and now we're going to do a tow video with this truck, and we're going to have those to help us out. We've also got our touchscreen entertainment center infotainment system in the truck, so that's also going to help me out a lot. We've got the GPS up there. We'll touch on that throughout the drive. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think I'm a fool for doing this? The truck's rated for it. Let's try it out. I know there's a lot of doubters, so let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. A few things I want to point out while we're headed over there. We've got 369 miles to empty. Oil's at 99%. We just had it changed yesterday. We're averaging 19 miles to the gallon without the trailer. Reset our trip just for this, so we can test it all out and let you guys know exactly how this is going. Now that we've picked up the trailer, I'm going to dive into the details. This is a Jayco J-Flight Swift 264 BH travel trailer. This travel trailer gross vehicle weight rating is 6,500 pounds. Its dry weight is 4,355 pounds, and its cargo weight is another 2,145 pounds. It also has a hitch weight of 485 pounds, and it sleeps 8 people, making this trailer fit perfectly within our truck's 7,100 pound towing rating and roughly 600 pound tongue weight class. I was telling you guys, we have our Boost Auto tow mirrors, which are acting really good. We've got our AU Car Auto 14.5-inch touchscreen, which is fantastic for this trip. It's got all the data we need right there. Super nice. Pretty amazing, really, to have this and all that data right there and be able to see all the way around our trailer that we've got. The tow mirrors are telescoping, so I pulled them out for better visibility. So much more visibility now. After a quick pit stop at a butcher shop that had a big enough parking lot for me and the trailer, we waited for our buddies, Brad and Mike. They were getting out of work a little later than us, so we wanted to make sure we waited up for them. We picked up the trailer at noon. I think they were leaving at noon and they were in town, so by the time we met up, I waited for them there because we wanted to make sure we were all together to get down to the campsite. I haven't been there. Brad goes there all the time, and he was already joking with me about the pistons of my truck already scattered all over the road, but they're not. Truck's handling just fine. Engine temp, we're at 199 right now. We've got 3/4 of a tank of fuel still. We've got about an hour left on the trip. I've been averaging about 55 to 60 miles an hour based on the different roads we're on. As you can see now, we're on a little bit more of a country road. Behind me here, you can see the trailers, so we are trailering for those naysayers. We got about 300 miles left in fuel capacity, and we have done 20 miles almost since we picked up the trailer and had to wait. We did already 20 minutes of drive, and we've got another hour to go. We're well on the way. She's been doing just fine so far. We're averaging about 10 miles to the gallon. This trip was taking us all over upstate New York in the southern tier. This is a geography that was formed by glacial erosion, so it's a lot of rolling hills and deep valleys sprinkled with little towns throughout. This really puts your truck to work, especially when towing. I've never been down here before, so with my buddy, he's up front. We've got it on the GPS, but that's really just because I didn't know where I was going, and we met up with them, and I want to make sure I was going in the right direction, so we've got that here. It's also really nice to be able to have that on the screen. We've got some people that were saying in the comments of our other video about the screen, the AU Car Auto Tesla screen for the Silverados and the GMC Sierras, like, hey, how do you like it? Have you been driving with this thing? And it's been over a year. I absolutely love this thing. It's fantastic. The CarPlay is like unbeatable. Look at this thing. We switch from screen to screen right now. I can have my music up. We've got our apps up. We've got turn-by-turn directions here as well. There you go. We go to our Spotify. Little Broccoli by Little Yachty. That's Trash Song. Anyway, all the podcasts, everything, pretty cool. We got our music on there. Actually, here's another really cool thing. Hey Siri, play George Strait.
This is George Strait now playing.
Pretty cool, pretty cool. It's all voice recognition, right? So we could go right to that, hit that pause button because we don't want to get a copyright strike. I absolutely love this. It's a pretty cool situation we have going on now. The only downside are the audio connections for our driving, our like driverless or our hands-free driving and calling. It's not great. I have to constantly go in there and mess with the levels to make sure that they're good. But otherwise, it's fantastic. Can't ask for more. It was way better than what I had before, which changed and flickered between screens all the time. I mean, look, you can even go, boom, there's all your other apps right there. And then the native, this is the native screen. I never really use this.
You invited to do that, so thanks, man.
Oh, dude, of course. I wanted to make sure that you know, that I told you also sooner rather than later, because I'd been like, I asked Mike a while ago, and then I asked my brother and my cousin at Sean's wedding, and then I was like, oh, Danny, but I've been acting like I already asked you, and I was like, I actually gotta make sure he could do this.
Thanks, man. And I didn't want you to feel like you had to do that or anything.
No. What's up, Brad?
Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, making a right at the stop sign up here.
Is it what is it, 19A or something like that? Or, well, sorry, no, 436. Is that the road?
Yeah, 19A, 436, both same
Cool.
thing. But you're 19A, then you make the left on the 436 up here.
Okay.
We can pull over here if you want.
I'm just right behind you. I'm not that far.
We just pulled over here so you can touch us.
Okay. It was a little tough coming up over that hill there.
I would say, was it a little tough up this hill?
It wasn't that bad. I just wasn't getting enough speed.
Yeah. And South Market Hill is tough there. Yeah, I see you coming. You're making the first right here. Or
Yeah.
left.
Yep.
Left from your way.
Okay.
I'm looking back at you. So, yeah, good. All right. Yeah, because now it's going to get a little dicey.
That was a little dicey. What do you guys... I thought this was like 2 roads. Next thing I know, we're going in and out of like all the back roads. Our trip odometer here is 55 miles so far traveled. We're going up some hills now, really testing the truck. The remaining fuel is 208 miles and our engine temp is 208. So if we go actually back here, you can see as we're coming up the hills, it drops down to 5 miles a gallon, but that's not too bad because it averages out over time. So we're doing pretty good, I'd say. It's no different than towing our utility trailer at this point. And on top of it, we've got about 20 minutes left on the trip. So it's kind of similar to what we had in the beginning. Our buddies are way up ahead of us. They keep getting away from us, but that's okay. At this point in the trip, we were getting close to our destination and we were leaving the 2-lane road and finding ourselves on more narrow country roads, switching between them and farm roads that were essentially just dirt roads. So you can see that we're starting to really put this truck and trailer through the paces as we tow over these farm roads, up and down these hills. We're really getting a good sense of whether or not this truck can actually handle the towing. As you guys can see, when we pulled up, there were cars and trucks parked away from the trailers, and that's just because of the tightness of the actual campsite. So we parked my trailer, and then what we're doing now is just unhitching it so that I can move my truck. And a ton of the guys came over because they were excited to see that my 6-cylinder was able to make it up here. It did say something about using 2. All right, guys, so we made it down here. We're all set up, and it's only half of the battle, right? Because we got to make it back, but we had no problems getting this 29-foot trailer all the way down here with our 6-cylinder Chevy pickup truck.
In the longest continuous forecast accuracy study comparing AccuWeather to National Weather Service temperature forecast for Washington, D.C., AccuWeather forecast has been more accurate in greater than 99% of the...
So a little tour of the trailer. We got a big bed over there. We've got our kitchenette right here. Got some of our provisions for the weekend. Little TV, probably not going to use it. Fridge, bunks for the boys if they end up wanting to use one of them. And then a full bathroom, which is pretty nice. Here we go, we got a light switch. We'll close that off. And then, yeah, bunk ladders, TV, sound system, and all of our provisions for the week. Since you guys came all the way on this journey with me, I figured I'd share what we were up to for Boys Weekend. And essentially, it's just a weekend for the guys. All of the guys were related to some of our friends. And we have a bunch of tournaments, essentially. We have cornhole tournament. We had a jarts tournament. And while we were playing cornhole, you could see there was some kind of an ATV and all-terrain vehicle derby going on. So there were dozens and dozens and dozens of these cars flying up and down the street while we were playing our game. And just so you guys know, I did not win this tournament. I was actually out on the first round. I am not a very good cornhole player, but that's okay because we had a blast while we were doing that. And the cornhole tournament was actually set up right around my trailer. The next game we played was a kids golf tournament. We made sure that we had our own Masters tournament. We also found this massive beehive up there while we were trying to play our golf game. And the guys set up fantastic holes over the water, through and around some of the campsites. It was actually a blast. Having all the guys together was so fun, and getting to know some of the new guys. I really did enjoy myself, but no matter how fun the weekend is, we do end up having to pack up and take the return trip. What I'm doing right now is just cleaning up. I did have one of my buddies stay in the trailer with me. He took one of the bunks, and I took the main big bed since I was the guy who rented it.
You good, bud?
Yeah.
So you gotta shut your furnace off, shut your pump off.
Shut your furnace off.
I
Yeah.
shut the furnace off already.
The pump stays off.
Water heater's
Don't
off.
forget
Water
your,
heater's
your
off.
GoPro thing.
Yeah.
Where's that on the side of this truck? Oh,
Gotta get some B-roll for the content.
all right.
While he was eating breakfast.
Yeah. I think. You know how to set these though?
You don't have to keep it open right now.
No, it's got a double, so it airs it out.
Yeah, but you want to do that when you park.
Okay.
You don't want to do it now because it'll fly open when you're driving.
Oh no, it's got a lock, so it has a second clip that
Oh.
locks in. Now that we've got the trailer all hooked up, thanks to help from my friends, we are ready to take off and drop this trailer back off where we picked it up. I'm not an RV guy. I'm not a trailer guy. I do camp, but this is all new to me. So I used an app called RV Easy to rent this. It's essentially like an Airbnb for trailers. This is not sponsored. I just wanted you guys to know how I rented the trailer. There are plenty of other apps just like that. This just happened to be the easiest experience for myself. After we got on the road, I thought it'd be a good idea to stop and fly the drone since I had it with me to show you guys the scale of this 26-foot Jayco trailer and what it's like being towed with this 1500 Silverado. We're talking about a vehicle that is now almost 50 feet in length, and it tows almost like it's a utility trailer, like I had mentioned before, but we didn't really have a chance to show you guys the scale of that trailer when it was being towed earlier, and I figured that'd be a good opportunity to do that. As you can see, it tows like a dream, even over those dirt roads as they transition into those single-lane asphalt roads. We're headed up a pretty steep grade here. Even over this railroad crossing, I really didn't notice any change in the capacity for this truck to be able to tow. We're on our way back. We had a great time at the farm this weekend, hanging out, having all the trailers out there. It's been interesting towing this trailer for this trip as well. This is the first time I've towed a 29-foot trailer, an ultralight from Jayco for this long, actually at all. So this truck has been able to hold up to that pretty well. I know there's a lot of naysayers that say, oh, you can't tow with a 6-cylinder, you can't tow with a 1500. Well, I think we're proving it here today, and it handles just fine. We've got the standard hitch with the stabilizer bars on it. The transmission fluid is fluctuating at 198 temperature wise, and then we've got 134 or 139 miles total round trip right now, and we're averaging 11 miles to the gallon for this trip so far. As we're coming through town, it's the littlest Ford dealer ever. Jayco's been doing really well. We didn't have any problems trailering on the way back, but I will say I was the slowest vehicle on the road, so we got passed a lot. Oh, we're getting a little narrow here. All right, one lane. We left the farm about 45 minutes ago. We've got about 26 minutes left on our trip to drop the trailer off from where we rented it. So far, the way back has been just as easy as the drive out to the farm. We're hovering about 196 for the temperature of the transmission fluid. So far, we've also got a round trip mileage of 141 miles with probably another 19 to go. And we're fluctuating, but our fuel mileage is hovering at about 11 miles to the gallon right now, which is pretty darn good for a 29-foot trailer while we're towing. I can't be more impressed with this truck. I know a lot of people will say, well, you can't tow because it's a 6-cylinder and blah, 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 or it's a 1500 and you need a big beefy truck. Well, actually you don't. I tow a utility cargo trailer with this all the time, and we've talked about it a lot on this channel before. And we're proving right now that you can tow a camper, and I'm not a camper guy. This is the first time I've ever had a camper. I've ever towed a camper, and it's pulling just fine. Feels about the same as when I'm towing the cargo trailer. I'm not feeling anything like exponential sway wise or getting pushed around. We haven't been on a highway for this part of the trip. The first part, when we were on our way out there, we did take a highway and we didn't have a ton of truck traffic, so I can't speak to that. This has been all back roads, and it's probably going to be all back roads for the rest of the trip. And so far it's been handling these corners, it's been handling these hills just fine. I know a couple of my buddies were saying, hey, watch out for some of the hills. We were at 6 and 7% grades with some of those hills coming out of the campsite, and it was still pulling just fine. Our temp got up a little high for the transmission. We were about 210, but she's since come down, so I'm totally cool with that. And as you can hear that, we've also got our engine brake, which is super nice. So as we're coming down into these little towns, I'm braking. Our truck's engine brake is actually helping us out a lot too. So it's not just that this truck has a 6-cylinder, we also have an engine brake that helps us out, and a few other nice things that a 1500 truck like this is going to have that, say, a smaller truck may not also have. Coming into this little town here, it's actually pretty nice. We've been taking these back roads, getting off the highway, towing this trailer. We're actually getting a sense to see all these little towns that otherwise we would never have seen. Since it's fall, we're pushing October now. We get a lot of the cool foliage that's changing. The weather's kind of, I guess the best way to put it, it's hoodie weather, you know? And these back roads and these small little towns, it's kind of the best time of year for them, especially upstate like this. I couldn't imagine a better time of year to do a camping trip like this and then also be able to take a road trip like this. I just kind of wish I had some buddies with me in here and everybody just zipped, but that's okay. We have that opportunity to now film this video for you guys, and you guys get to be my road trip partners and come along with me as we take this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed it so far. I hope there's a ton of footage, a ton of stuff that kind of kept your interest. You'll catch me in the spot mirror there unhitching this trailer after we got to our destination to drop it off. For this trip, we pulled that trailer for a total of 161 miles, and we averaged 11.3 miles a gallon. You might also note that we have a total of 163,000 miles. This truck is quite capable, even when it's got quite a few miles behind it. As you can see, we're back in the office. We've got a few projects going on here, some plaster repair. We'll probably be coming out with a video about that. But let's touch on the subject at hand, the qualifications for a 6-cylinder to tow. Did this Chevy Silverado 1500 with the 4.3 liter 6-cylinder motor tow well? And I'm here to say yes, it absolutely did. We were towing within the safety guidelines of our truck. This truck was rated at 7,100 pounds towing with a 600-pound tongue weight. This trailer that we were towing is a Jayco ultralight, and its total GVRW was 6,500 pounds, and the truck handled just fine. I think the tongue weight on that is around 400 pounds. We were well within our truck's rating qualification. If you guys have a larger trailer that goes past that rating, don't tow with a V6. You got to make sure that you're doing this smart and that you're staying within the limits of your truck's capabilities. If you're going to go out and get a 9,000-pound trailer and you're going to say, oh, well, it's V6 can't tow it. You're right, it can't. You have to tow within the qualifications of that truck. We were able to tow a very large trailer, albeit an ultralight, to this camping trip up and down hills, and some of those hills were 7% grade without an issue. This truck actually handled phenomenally. With 160,000 miles on the odometer, we had no issues. If you're working with a Dodge Ram with the Pentastar V6 or even the F-150 with that EcoBoost, I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna have similar results. So do you need a V8 to tow? Absolutely not. As long as you're within your tow ratings, you can have a V6. Do you need a diesel? Again, absolutely not. If you want a gooseneck and you want a huge trailer, then yes, you're gonna need to step up to a truck that is capable of towing that load. But you do not need to have a V8 or a diesel truck to be able to tow a trailer. As you've seen by this video, we were able to do it with this Jayco ultralight, and we do it all the time with our utility trailer. If you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up for us. Leave a comment below if you think that I'm crazy for having tried this, or you still think a V8 is the only way to go. Let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. If you guys have not already subscribed to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button because we're coming out with more videos just like this and even project videos like you see around here. And we also have a backlog of information on this channel of different types of videos. If you guys have any questions about some of the stuff that we talked about in the video, from the Boost Auto tow mirrors to our AU Car Auto head unit that we have in the truck, I'm gonna leave that stuff in the description below. Take a look there. We have a whole video about that head unit already, and when we put it in, we also have a video about the tow mirrors. So I'm gonna link those here in the description. If you're interested in purchasing those, I'll have a link in the description as well where you can pick those up. And then if there's anything else you guys have questions about, definitely let us know in the comment section. We'll be looking out for those and respond to you guys when we have the opportunity. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. We'll see you guys in the next video.